Okay, let's do another one on the board. I'm going to ask you guys to work through with me to make sure we get it before I go to just the one extra level of difficulty that we might have. Okay, so x squared plus 10x minus 4 equals 0. Okay. Looking at that left-hand, the one on the right-hand side here that I've just done, what was the first step that I did? Jacob, first step. Well, how did I go about that? What's the first thing that I did? Who can help me out? Sorry? Yeah, okay, so I'm moving that 4 to the other side. So I'm going to leave this on this side. Okay, got rid of that minus 4. Next step, what did I do next? Half? Yeah, what did I half? Half of 10, okay? Which is 5. Yeah. And what did I do with that? Put something in here that's related to that. It wasn't 5 though, it was 5 squared. Yeah, that's right. So I added 25 in here. Well done, Aaron. Okay, what do I need to do to keep it equal? Same else. Okay. So again, that's the really important step. That's the completing the square step. I look at this term here and I go, what is half of that? Well, that coefficient, I should say. What is half of that? I square it and put it there. And I put it on the other side too to keep it equal. Okay. Half of the coefficient of the x term, squared, put in both of those spots. Now I can factorise this. What's that factorised, Daniela? Not a minus. Plus 5. Okay. Yep. 29. Okay. Next step, Jared. So have a look over here. What do I do here? Next step. That's where I'm up to. What's the next step?
Squaring.
Square roots.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
Yep.
square root bracket x.
Yeah. So let's just go through that without writing that extra bit out now. So it just becomes x plus 5. Yep.
Yeah.
Root 29. Can I simplify that? Are there any square numbers that are factors of that? No, it's not. 29 is actually a fine number, so there's no factors apart from 1 and 29. But that's a step. I didn't do it over there, I didn't mention it. But if you can simplify it as a surd, you do that at that point. Okay. Can't simplify it. Last bit. What's the last step now? Take away the 5 from both sides. That's my answer. There are 2 answers that satisfy that equation. X is minus 5 plus root 29. X is minus 5 minus root 29. Root 29 is 5 and a bit. So x is something just a little bit more than 0 or a little bit less than -10. There are 2 answers. Any questions about that? Yep. Sure. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more so that with a different type. There is no one. Okay, because there are times where you don't have a monic quadratic equation. What does monic mean, Michaela? Do you remember? Who can remind us, what does monic mean? What's a monogram? One. Okay, what is monic going to have something to do with? One. So monic, this is monic in that the coefficient of the x squared term is 1. Okay, so a non-monic. Okay. So when you have a non-monic equation, you've got to do something to it first. And that is to factorize out the number that is the coefficient of the x squared term. Okay. And so I've done it nicely so I don't get a fraction, but you may have to get a fraction when you do it. So I want to factorise this number out after I move the 8 across. I'll move that across first. Okay, so I factorise that number out after I move the 8 across. And then I can just divide that number 2 from both sides. So x squared plus x equals -4. And then we just keep going. We'll do the same thing. And so let's do that. Down on the next step.
X bracket x plus 1 equals -4.
Nope. What do we do? Completing the square. What do we do over here? At this point, I've written a different colour. I should have written a different colour so we could see. This is the point where we're doing something. That's the point we're up to. What's the question you have to ask? It's half of 1. What is half of 1?
0.5 or 1.
Half. Yep, okay. So I'm going to write x squared. In fact, I'll put it up in here again so we've got the space. So half of 1 is half. And so what's that squared? Without a calculator. What's that?
0.25.
Yeah, 1/4. Yep. And what else do I do then?
Add to the other side.
Add it to the other side. Plus a half. Okay, awesome. Okay, next step is, Sophie, what's the next step after I've done that here? Factorise. Okay, and so what is, and I'm using that number. I've already found what the number is. So I've asked what's half of 1. And so whatever that number is, just goes in there. Yep.
On the right hand side of the sign.
Oh, 1/2. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, my mistake. Yep. So just factorising that. Okay, and so we've done the hard work because we've already said what is half of 1, it's half. Over here we said what is half of 10, it's 5. And in the first one, what was half of -6, it was -3. So we already know what we're going to factorise it to. Okay, so this is the hard step, kind of getting the right thing. And we simplify this. How do we simplify that? -4 plus 1/4. So we minus something. What?
16 over 4.
So 16/4 plus 1/4 is -15/4 or -3 3/4. I'll write it like that. It'll be nicer like that. Okay. You know what I've done here? I've actually made a one that we actually can't solve, which is a problem.
Oh. This is
Let me
for YouTube.
Actually, no. I'm gonna get through this actually, and so just to say what we need to do. Okay. What we need to do. And so we get to here. We say, all right. Now we factorize. We square both sides. Square root both sides, I should say. X plus a half equals plus or minus the square root of -15/4. Now, what's the problem? What's the problem with that? Yeah, negative. And you can't take a square root of a negative when we're talking about real numbers. Okay, you're right, Aaron? Do you want to take a step back here? Do that again? Yeah. I'll come back to that. Let me just. And so this point here. And so what do we do? Because some questions you'll come across will have this. And so you actually need to say X has no real solutions. Graphically, what does it mean? Most of our quadratics will cut the x-axis in 2 places. Some will touch it and just do that. Some of them, that means there's only one solution. Some of them will be like this and not cut the x-axis at all. That here is one like this. Doesn't cut the x-axis, has no real solutions. There's nowhere where that, where the y of that equals 0. Okay, where's y equals 0? At the x-axis. nowhere does that equal 0. So therefore there are no real solutions. So that's actually important to know, because sometimes you'll come across equations like this where x has no real solutions. Okay? Let's take a step back there, Jacob.
Yeah.
So I've said -4 plus a quarter minus 4 is the same as -16 over 4 plus 1 over 4 minus 16 plus 1 is -15.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.